There is so much fear and panic being driven into the market. What exactly is going on? What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. Before we even jump into talking about crypto and it hitting lows of 66,700, I want to talk about something that is actually important. JOLTS, job openings. Job openings show that they actually came in lower than what was expected. This is not bullish for the market. We have initial claims, the people that file for unemployment for the first time. More people are filing for unemployment than what was expected for the first time. Continuing claims, that actually came in a little bit lower than forecasted. It did come in higher than the previous. So again, the labor market is still looking like it's a concern as of right now. With that being said, the big focus right now is Amazon reporting earnings for big tech, right? For those that are actually investing in good quality companies and not the bullshit internet money like Bitcoin, Amazon is reporting earnings today. It's one of the Max 7 stocks, and I quickly want to talk about it before we get into the whole crypto thing. Amazon is set to report earnings with an earnings per share expectation of $1.96 and revenue expected to be at $211 billion. My biggest concern with Amazon is all these layoffs that they've been announcing. Are they going to report lower guidance than what was expected for 2026? That is kind of like the big theme for 2026 is a lot of these Max 7 companies are destroying earnings. Some of them are even exceeding guidance expectation. But Amazon's a little bit of a different company. They print a lot of money. They make a lot of money. But why are they trimming down their workforce so much? Are they expecting consumer spending to drop? And if so, how will investors react? Amazon, as of right now, is having a little bit of a bearish day, obviously, because overall markets are in the red. You guys can see that the NASDAQ market is back down to lows of 600, hitting lows of 594. But when you look at Amazon, let me pull it up here. It's down, I think, 3.6%. It is beginning to try to show signs of recovery, but still getting rejected by the moving average. Is it an incredible deal? No, it had a nice pullback to the moving average on the day chart, but previous highs are right around like 250. It's trading at 224. So again, this is a pullback. A lot of people are freaking out because of what's happening with crypto. And again, what beautiful time for this to be happening in the crypto space right around the Super Bowl. So what incredible timing from the Webull team. You can now officially place predictions on the big game right inside the Webull app. If you're not already using the Webull application for your trading and investing needs, I did link it in the description for you. It's the first link in the description down below. But one of the things that I want to show you is how to actually place your predictions on the big game. So once you click on the app, you're going to click on the markets tab. And then once you head on over there, you're going to click on the big game. This is the prediction markets tab, where then you can select the Pro Football Championship. Who do you think is going to take it? Is it going to be Seattle or New England? Now, I'm not a big sports trader myself, but I do have to admit the game is always a little more interesting when you have a position in it. So why juggle multiple applications that all do different things and not just choose an all-in-one application? Webull, as of right now, is offering you a $5 trading voucher if you sign up in time for the big game. If you guys want to check it out, it's the first link in the description down below to claim the promotion before it expires. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I want to talk about BTC. BTC is now at, what's the price? Just kidding. I'm way too old to be saying things like that. 67,900 is the current price of crypto, continuously showing signs of lower lows and low highs. The reason a lot of people are talking about it today and the reason people are selling today is because what MSTR is expected to report. MSTR considers itself a Bitcoin treasury. It's also an incredible stock to short. It's gone from $543 down to lows of $100 per share. All it does is it buys Bitcoin. It does report earnings today after the bell with an expectation of losing less than 8 cents per share and revenue expected to be $118 million. I want to remind you, this is a company that fundamentally loses $400 to $500 million a year in its software business. It's a bullshit company. We all know that. It's a terrible business, but it found a little glitch, right? It was able to dilute its investors. So when you buy MSTR shares, Michael Saylor is going to create more shares out of thin air, and he dilutes you. and he borrows against those shares. So he does more share offerings. You've heard that before, right? He does more share offerings. He borrows against those shares at 0% interest. So that debt is not due. And he uses that money to buy Bitcoin. Unfortunately for him, like, again, we've always said, the biggest issue is feel free to buy any speculative asset. Just don't buy it at overbought levels. Don't over leverage yourself at overbought levels, because when markets retrace, just like what crypto is experiencing, then you experience, an uncontrollable amount of loss. Now his overall Bitcoin holdings that he's purchased for the past 5 to 10 years are now officially in the red. All the money that he's made of buying Bitcoin, hey, dollar cost averaging. Again, he did it at overbought levels, so now he's going to pay the price. And this might spook a lot of MSTR investors. They're expected to report about $17 billion in unrealized losses. And this is while overall markets, right? NASDAQ, S&P 500, they're still incredibly bullish. They're nowhere close to a bear market yet. Now, if we do enter a bear market, how bad do you think crypto can get? How bad do you think MSTR can get? That's the beautiful thing. I remember when I talked about MSTR hitting $100 per coin, people thought I was crazy. $13 away. Not bad, huh? That being said, the reason that there's so much fear in crypto right now is because supposedly people are struggling to withdraw their funds on the platform called Binance. I don't trade crypto myself. I've never been big into crypto, but I definitely do not appreciate, nor do I support in any way these like BS platforms. They offer their traders or their users sometimes 40x leverage. And that is why you're seeing such high liquidation, because everyone's leveraged and using margin. So once you see a 5, 10, 20% pullback, they can't tolerate it because they're using so much leverage that they're getting margin called. It's not that they want to sell, it's that they have to. They literally cannot afford it. Again, leveraging yourself at overbought levels, regardless if it's crypto or not, is never a good idea. Get your money out of Binance. People are calling this the whole FTX scandal all over again. You have people like Andrew Tate. Again, Andrew Tate's been wrong many times, but this is really more just to trigger the bag holders. Andrew Tate says that Bitcoin is going to $26,000 a coin. On top of that, you have huge players like Donald Trump's World Liberty Financial Market. They are selling $5 million worth of Bitcoin. Why are they selling if they're so bullish? You even have the creator of Ethereum. He's been dumping Ethereum in the past few days. Again, Michael Saylor is notorious for this. In the 2000 dot-com bubble crash, he was one of the biggest losers and lost $6 billion in a day. Now today, he has lost $8 billion in one day from Bitcoin itself. It's crazy how the world comes full circle. Again, it's not just crypto. Overall markets are in the red. Obviously, I love to see bullshit companies like MicroStrategy and fake internet money like crypto fall apart. But when really thinking about it, markets did experience a nice pullback. Markets do tend to be more bullish than bearish. And that's all my LPP team have been talking about today is there's a few people that are still choosing to short. I'm not shorting anymore. And if I do short, maybe I'll take it day by day, as in very small, trades if price action and direction support it. But as we reach these oversold levels based off previous patterns, obviously markets can go lower, but they tend to recover. And right now, it's just the recent sentiment. There is a lot of fear, which has caused markets to retrace, and it's presented decent deals. I'm excited to see how Amazon reacts, and if it sells off enough, maybe buy a little bit of Amazon. I like to buy good quality companies. I would love to buy, a little bit more AMD. I would love to buy a little bit more of, let's see. I talked a little bit about PayPal. PayPal looked a little bit oversold, just technically speaking. It's just not there. But my encouragement for you is to challenge you that while markets are freaking out, hopefully you didn't over leverage yourself at overbought levels, that you still have some cash available. That is why we made the videos that we did, a few weeks ago. Anytime markets are overbought, I love to talk about risk and downside risk for moments like this. No one can predict the future, but we can all prepare for it. So when deals begin to present themselves, I don't know about you, but I don't like to overpay. I like to buy deals. And now I'm able to do it just by not being over leveraged. Now I didn't get liquidated. I'm not getting margin called. I can buy down here and make money when markets recover, if they recover. And I think that's the beautiful thing, right? To encourage beginners to build healthy habits and establish a strong foundation. That's our goal with LPP all the time. So again, that's the second link in the description down below. And whenever you're ready, if you guys want to check out Webull with the current promotion they have going on, that is the first link in the description down below. I appreciate you guys' time. I hope that earned your thumbs up. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.